Hello Wildcat families, my name is Brian Greeney. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Innovation in Teaching and Learning. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about what online learning is going to look like in the fall for your students. I know there have been lots of questions about what took place in the spring and how this fall will be different. So in the spring we had a situation none of us could have predicted. Our students all of a sudden went from being in person to having to go online. And quite honestly, our main two goals during that time were two things. Number one, to make sure we protected the emotional and social well-being of our students. And number two, make sure that our students had the learning they needed to progress to the next level. And that we took care of our seniors and made sure that everyone graduated as Willis Wildcats. So what will be different in the fall? Our teachers have already been hard at work during the summer to create modules for our students. What we want to make sure is that Willis ISD teachers are teaching Willis students. We have created many different learning modules that will go through two different platforms. The first platform for 2nd through 12th grade will be Canvas. This platform will allow for all of your students' classes to be in one area. The second platform will be for pre-K through 1st grade, which will also allow all your students' work and learning to be on a single platform. We understand how difficult it was as parents to have to navigate all the different platforms and all the different areas that you had to do last spring for your students. And that's why we've consolidated to these areas to make life simpler on you. Now there's been a lot of talk about asynchronous and synchronous learning, and what I want you to know is that really what we're going to be doing in Willis is called blended learning. And here's the important thing to know about that. You'll have some things that your students will be doing offline, but your students are also going to have face-to-face time with Willis teachers to help them in learning. What we want to make sure is that you as parents have time to do what you need to do, but know that your students are being taught, because we know it's difficult as a parent to have your kids there at home and have to work and also have to help manage your students' learning. So what we've created is modules that will allow your students to be able to work on their own, and we are going to teach and train them how to do that work on their own, but also have that in-face time where they get direction from their teachers that will allow you as parents to spend time doing the things that you need to do at home and at work. This system is going to be much more robust. We are going to be taking grades. We are going to be actively monitoring students' learning of all the necessary teaks that they will need to be successful in the grade level they're currently in, and also the next grade level. I also want to assure you that any gaps your students might have had from the previous year, we're going to be reinforcing those and making sure that they learn anything that they might have missed from last school year as well. We also will be providing extension for advanced learners. So if your child masters things quickly, please understand that they will also be provided extra opportunity to extend their learning and show mastery of other content as well. I know that some of you may have issues with devices or internet. Please understand that we are working diligently to make sure that we provide the resources that you need that are necessary to be successful in this environment. We also are going to provide training for not only your kids, but you as well. Those first 3 days back to school will be trainings to allow your children and you to understand how to operate both within Canvas and in Google Classroom. I would like to add that one of the exciting things for parents with Canvas is that you will be able to monitor your students' work within that platform, which means that you do have access and have your own login for that account as well. This was a concern by many of our parents that they had a hard time seeing what their students would do. Well, this platform is going to help us solve that issue. Student attendance will be monitored by student progress and daily participation within the lessons that are provided by teachers. So it's important that your child gets online every single day and is actively participating in the lessons that are provided. Be assured that a teacher will be in contact with your student daily. And if they are struggling, we will have teachers that will be reaching out to your kids to help them work through anything that they do not understand how to do. Let me talk a little bit about schedules. We are going to be sending out recommended schedules to help guide your students in their work. Now please understand that this is just a recommended schedule. We know that some students will not be able to be online at that time because of commitments, family commitments, or maybe other commitments they have at work. Do you understand that you can log in at any time to complete this work, that we're just putting the schedule in front of you to help you guide your students in what they're doing so that they're successful in the learning? So I know there's still going to be lots of questions. Please understand that we are working diligently to answer every question you have, and that this is just a process and it will take time. Please be patient with us as we work through this, and know that there are going to be things that come up that are difficult, and there are going to be things that don't work, but we are going to work through all of them and make sure that it works for all of our families and all of our Willis Wildcat students. Go Cats!